we was on the phone and he was like, "Yo, we got a song and we want to clear it, but we don't want to pay you for the beat. Just pay me my money." And then it was like, "Yeah, we don't pay Southside, we don't pay Metro Boomin, we don't pay nobody. So why would we pay you?"
That's one of those narratives that even a lot of producers will perpetuate, where it's like, I'm not going to ask for money up front because I'll just get it on the back end. And I don't know why people think that the back end is so big.
Let's be honest, you're not gonna find these videos anywhere else. Why? Because I make them. So it would really help me out if you subscribe. If you've already subscribed, what also really helps is if you like the video and leave a comment. It's hard in the era of clickbait videos on YouTube and negativity in the producer community, and I appreciate your support. Thank you so much.
You're officially platinum again.
Yeah.
As of last month, this just happened again. How does that feel?
Shit, it feels good. It's like dreams coming true, you know? Like, I've been working for it for 5 years. I've been making beats for like 5 to 6 years now. And it's like surreal, kind of, you know? Unreal, I mean.
Probably a combination of both, right?
Yeah.
So, Bufo's got
Someone
jokes
said,
already.
I thought he had 17 wives.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot of those comments. Do you really?
Kinda. No, I wouldn't wish that. Hell no.
Yeah, I don't even have one, and I'm already overwhelmed just with life in general. Yeah, okay, so you went platinum last month. Again, you have a lot of plaques though. So you were on Youngboy 2, which went platinum. I think that was your first platinum plaque, right?
Yeah.
And then you have a gold record for the single Rich as Hell. You also have a gold record for the YNW Melly album, I Am You. What else am I missing?
It's actually the album. Yeah. Top just went platinum. That's the second one.
Yeah, Top's the one that just got certified in September, right?
Yeah.
So you have 2 platinum and 3 gold?
Yeah. Slime Language is also gold, by the way. Slime Language.
Okay, 4 gold then. 2 platinum and 4 gold.
Let me double check real quick, man.
The fact that we have to double check is cool, right? Okay.
Yeah, I got 3 gold, 3, and then 2 platinum. Yeah.
Okay. Let me review one more time. Youngboy 2 is platinum. Top is platinum. Rich as Hell is gold. I Am You is gold, and Slime Language 2 is gold. So that's 3.
Yes.
3 gold, 2 platinum. Got it. All right, cool. So I was missing one. But let's go back before the plaques. You said you were making beats for 5 years. When did you start selling beats online?
I started in selling beats online. I started, I think, 2016, 2017, around that time. That's when I made my Beatstars, and I've been uploading since then.
So right around the time you started making beats, you started uploading them.
Yeah. I first started uploading. I started uploading on SoundCloud, and then I found Beatstars in like 2016, 2017, and then I started uploading on there. And yeah.
Were you selling a good amount of beats before getting all the placements then?
Kinda. It would be sometimes like I would make like maybe $200 a month type shit. So it wasn't really a lot, but when I first started like actually getting a lot of sales was around NBA Youngboy 2. When that came out, I started uploading a lot on YouTube, and I did NBA Youngboy type beats all the time. Like that's the only thing I did, and then that started popping off around that time, and that's when I started making like a good amount of money from selling beats, you know.
So how long would you say it took you to start making consistent sales? Like how many years?
shit, like 2 years, something, 2, 3 years. Cause I wasn't using YouTube at the first place. Like first, I just used BeatStars, and I just
Mm.
used Instagram, like as a platform to sell beats. And then like 2018, 19, I started uploading on YouTube, and then it YouTube popped off after like 3 months or four, and then yeah.
What do you think was the biggest factor in your YouTube channel succeeding so early?
I think just sticking to NBA Youngboy type beats, and like, cause I had songs with him and my tags was in it, So I think cause of my tag on YouTube, people would recognize it, and be like, oh, he actually produced for Youngboy. So I guess that's really what made it pop off. I think I honestly don't know, cause YouTube is weird. Like, the
Yeah,
algorithm is so like weird, but yeah,
but it probably helped because you had the young boy placement first, and then the placement actually helped you sell more beats online because you were able to actually brand the kinds of beats you were making online with the NBA Youngboy brand.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
That's cool because it's usually not that way for most producers. Usually, it's like they get big online and then they go into the placement game in the traditional music industry, and you were doing
Mm-hmm.
both really at once, and they were supporting each other.
Yeah,
Uh, each different stream of income was kind of supporting the other and making it grow.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was just the place was really helped my sales. I think like a lot. And but YouTube though, I don't know, man. That's probably just because of the Youngboy type beats and just spamming that really. Like I uploaded every day for like a year straight. Like I never stopped uploading. Like, I upload every day, and then I guess that really made it, you know, pop off.
Mm.
My YouTube isn't really big though. I only got like 15, 16,000 subscribers, but it's still something.
Yeah. Do you find that because I see a lot of channels that are doing well, a lot of producer channels that are doing well in terms of their
Yeah.
views, and they're getting more views than they have subscribers. And obviously a lot of them are selling. If I go to like the BeatStars top sales charts right now, some of the top selling producers don't have that many YouTube subscribers.
Yeah.
So does it seem like it matters that much? Like you're getting sales without having, tons of YouTube subscribers.
Mhm. I mean, yeah, if you gotta have a platform though. So Instagram was really a good platform for me, and YouTube, and that really probably that most likely helped my BeatStars sales, and yeah.
Yeah, it's just I think a lot of people get caught up in the numbers, the subscribers and the followers and all
Mhm.
that. And that's in your experience, that's not necessarily what leads to sales.
No, I mean, it does, but it doesn't at the same time. It really depends on on you, on your brand. I think like I know like people that don't got a YouTube. I mean, they do got a YouTube, but they still make consistent sales of their brand, because they got songs with big artists, and it's really the name. I think.
Hmm. Would you say, in terms of how your revenue model works, are most of your sales and I guess is most of your income from placements or from beat leasing, or is it pretty balanced?
Right now, it's pretty much all from placements. I still have sales. I don't upload that often anymore, honestly. I think the last time I uploaded was in around the summer,
Mm.
and but it used to like last year, like because when I first got my first couple placements, I didn't really make money from that, because you know the backend gotta come after like 9 months or a year,
Mhm.
and um, the advance are isn't really that much compared to the backend. So it used to be like Beatstars being my main source, but since this year it's literally publishing and all that advances and placement stuff.
So you had to wait a good year until all of those placements really started paying off, basically.
Yeah, because I got an admin deal. I got an administrator, and yeah, that takes 9 months. I don't got a. You don't get a you don't get an upfront bag like a publishing deal, So it's like I had to wait, and yeah, I just use BSARS to get, still get a good income from music.
Okay, I want to definitely talk about admin deals and publishing deals, and the money involved in the earnings. So that's coming soon. What would you say is the most important action you took or habit that you formed in order to get your beat sales up when they started to come in?
Sticking to one type beat, like NBA Youngboy type beats, is because if I would do, I tried to do like Gunna type beat, like a different type stuff, but it wouldn't, like I would see like lower numbers on the beats and lower views. So I think definitely like sticking to one type of sound is gonna, you know, make it pop off. And if you do like a whole bunch of different stuff, it's like I think YouTube will the algorithm like it's not gonna work for some reason. So you just gotta stick to one thing. That's what I think is key, pretty much.
Would you say most of your beat sales are from YouTube, or do they come from various platforms?
Um, I think yeah, various platforms, Instagram, YouTube. That's where they mostly come from. I think they're also on Beats. I got sales a lot from the marketplace on
Mm.
BeatStars itself. Like because I did promos too for a minute. Like last year I did some promos, and that really helped. Like I could see the sales on there like improve on the beats that I was promoting for
What
sure.
let's talk about that. What kind of promo did you use that you found was effective? Because I know there are different options on the BeatStars Platinum platform.
Hmm.
Platinum. I got plaques on the mind. Yeah. So what promo options did you use in order to effectively sell more beats?
So I gotta double check that real quick. My bad. I don't know. I think um promoting it on the marketplace, I could see what I did if I look back at it.
Well, you promoted individual beats. You didn't promote your profile, or did you try both?
No, I promoted individual beats. Like I would be
Okay.
promoting like certain stuff that I would like, the beats that I liked a lot.
So it was the
But I don't
beats that
know.
you liked that you chose in order to.
Yeah, I mean, I would look on
Promote.
YouTube to see which beat was, having gaining a lot of views, and then I would promote that on BeatStars.
Okay, yeah, that's smart because the numbers already prove that people
Yeah,
like those beats. So why not put money behind the ones that are already popular?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I made that mistake with Facebook ads. Actually, I was like, I'm just going to put out, I'm going to run ads on the newest beats, but the newest
Mm-hmm.
beats didn't have any data behind them. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
when I switch, I'll just go into BeatStars and look at my sales for like the last 90 days or something and see what the top 10 sellers are, and then I pick which ones I want to run ads on, because if they like them already, why would I choose beats that people didn't like to spend
Mm-hmm.
money on? You know what I mean? So it seems like you had the same mentality.
Yeah. Like, I mean, of course, as a producer, you always like all your shit. Like, I like a lot of my
Not
beats,
always.
I mean, I mean, pretty much everything I make, I love it. Like,
Oh wow, okay.
but after a while, it start getting boring. You start listening to it differently. But um, yeah, I think choosing the ones you personally like the most is not really good, or the latest ones. Yeah, you definitely got to just look at what people like. Like, you got to look at the numbers and just promote that.
Have you been in situations where a beat that you didn't particularly like ended up being the one that got sold the most or that got placed?
Yep. Yeah, my most viewed beats, my most sold beat, that one was. I still don't know why people like that one. It was really boring and generic to me, but for some reason it worked. And it's pretty much most of the beats, like damn near all my beats that on YouTube, like kind of took off, had like I didn't really like them that much.
Was it just
I mean,
because they
I
were?
like them, but they weren't my favorite. So
Got it.
yeah.
Well, what did they all have in common? That they were just repetitive, or what? Or they were minimal? What was it? What was the common denominator for all those beats that sold?
Damn, I have no idea, man. I think it's just YouTube, that the algorithm is just weird and it just blew up out of nowhere type stuff. So
Hmm.
I don't know how it happened, why they like that stuff, but because they were pretty different though. They weren't all like sounding the same. The ones that like blew up,
Okay.
but yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I
really just
guess
random.
I feel like there has to be something to it, but then when I really think about it, I I can't figure it out, and no one can
Yeah.
really figure it out. But I'm personally sick of YouTube. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
You're
right now. It's weird, man. I hear people buying views. I see people like I hear a lot of weird stuff, and it's really saturated right now. Like, although it don't really matter that much, because I still hear people like blowing up on YouTube even now.
yeah.
But it's really just random, man. Like, YouTube is weird as fuck. Like, the algorithm is just weird.
It is, but it seems like your uploads do consistently well. Uh, what so I know you're still targeting the NBA Youngboy keywords.
Yeah.
What kinds of I know you do other SEO stuff. So what is your YouTube strategy specifically in terms of how you title a beat video, how you tag it? What are some of the other things that you do to make sure that those videos are at least getting some views in spite of how bad the algorithm?
I used to use a lot of vidIQ, and I would go to the big ones, like the big videos that like showed up in the whenever I would look for NBA Youngboy type beat, and the first ones that would show up, I would copy all, like literally for every video, I would copy all the tags and then put them in the description, and then like just stack them up. It would be like 2,500 words or some shit, like, and I would go like, I think it was something else I had used, a tag creator or something. Like, you could look for your title, you could put it in, and then it would automatically generate tags, which I would put as well in the tag bar, and that's really what I did, and just
Yeah,
upload every day.
I've heard uploading every day. I think is a key too. I've heard a lot
Yeah,
of people say things like, if you put tags in the description, YouTube's going to delete your video. That's never happened to me. It hasn't happened to you, and I can
nah.
start. I'm not going to say other names, but I know plenty of other producers that do this, and nothing bad happens to their channels. Um, Another thing I want to talk about that you mentioned was buying fake views. So I did see an advertisement it wasn't an advertisement, it was spam on Instagram, but some kind of service called like the YouTube beat something or other, the beat ranker or something. Basically, and it's super expensive. It's like $50 to $100 per video, where they say that they will rank your video with real views, which is bullshit. They can't.
Yeah,
They can't
they
actually
can't,
get
no.
real people to do. Like, no one. If you're paying for 10,000 real views, you got to figure, for $100, are they giving each person a cent to watch your video? That's crazy. Absolutely not. But what do you think about buying fake views? Do you have any experience with it? And like, do you really think it works, or do you think there's any truth to this narrative that fake views
I
is
mean,
helpful?
I heard people doing it and saying it helped them, but I ain't even gonna lie. I tried it and it didn't work for me at all. And
Mm.
I don't know, like, what I would really like. I don't think it will really affect you. I think it's just a waste of money, really. You're just throwing it away, and you just gotta stay consistent and wait till it's gonna pop off, really. Cause yeah, and it also, yeah, I just seen that it doesn't count towards monetization. It's really like useless to
Mm.
me. So
Yeah, I think I think a lot of services promise things like ranking and monetization options for the views that they sell. And my personal feeling is that I think at some point it did work, but nowadays it doesn't. um I don't see how it could. But that being said, I have seen a lot of producers, and I'm starting to do this more for beats that are popular, is YouTube ads. Have you ever tried running YouTube ads on any of your videos?
I don't think I ever did. I think I did it like when I first started my channel on old videos that I had removed already. Like I did it on that, and it didn't really help me at all.
Have you tried any other ad platforms like Facebook or Instagram ads?
Facebook ads, I did. I also tried it. I tried Instagram ads too. Everything. It all didn't work for me. Like
Mhm.
it was all just trying it out, and I think the only thing that just worked was staying consistent, really, and uploading every day. That's pretty much all what I think really helped a lot, mostly.
I wanted to pick up on this earlier, and I just remembered you kept talking about promoting beats on Instagram, and Instagram being a good platform for you. What did you do on Instagram? What was your strategy for promoting beats and marketing beats and branding yourself on Instagram?
Um, I I just used to post them like as a post, but this is like 2017, 2018. Like I don't do that anymore. I removed all that, but I used to post it and just tag artists. I actually like I got my first placement through Instagram by tagging an artist on a beat that I just posted, and that was money, man. That was my first like placement, and yeah, I would just post like the beats that I made that day or that week. I would just post them and get it out there. Hopefully, people see it, and it helped me. So it really worked.
Okay, so let's talk about this. So you made a beat that you thought you could hear Money Man on, and you just tagged him as like, I hear Money Man on this beat.
Yeah, it was so random, man. Like it's actually like a story, man. Like me and another guy, Figures, we made that beat on FaceTime, and then it was like I told him, I called him, I was like, "Yo, you ever heard of Money Man?" I said he's hard, like he's a fire artist, and then we just listened to him, and then we cooked up for him, and then he tagged him on my post, and then like I just look at my phone and I see he DM me. He said, "Send me that. I need that." And I was like, "What?" I was like hyped. It was like the first time a big artist would hit me back. And then after that, it's just, you know, really all. I just been working with him for like a year. I ain't had a song with him in a minute though, but that's really what got me my first placement, Instagram.
So why did you stop posting beats to Instagram if it was working?
Um, I don't know. I think eventually you just gotta, make it look more. I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. I do it still. Sometimes I post it and I just archive it after a day. But I think right now you just gotta. What I try to do is just network with other producers and just work with them instead of tagging artists, because it's really, you just gotta be lucky with that, with tagging artists or DMing him. It's like really random because they don't like big artists don't really look on their IG the whole time. It's
So
just.
Rihanna's not going to reply to my tagging.
I don't think so. I don't think she's gonna. That's gonna be hard to get Rihanna to reply. No.
Well, I'll try 1,000 more times and then I'll give up. All right, so let's switch gears. I want to get into what you just talked about, which was networking and collaborating with other producers. So let's dive more deeply into your placements. So you're on the NBA Youngboy album, which is #1 right now. Congratulations again. That's the
Thank you.
Sincerely Kentrell album.
Yeah.
All right. And it seems like you've had a long-standing relationship with Youngboy. A lot of your career and a lot of your branding is linked to him and his career. I mean, 3 plaques from the same artist says something. So how did you first connect with NBA Youngboy?
It's actually through one of my homeboys, D-Rock. Like he used to like he know him from, I don't know how he met him, but he actually, like, I just worked with him and he basically just got to connect to him, and that's really how that happened. uh, I don't know Youngboy personally. I never spoke to him, I never met him. uh, it's literally all through another producer, like by just collaborating with him, and that's it. That's really how that happened with Youngboy.
Yeah, so let's talk about your relationship with D-Rock, because your beat on Slime Language 2 was also a collab with D-Rock, right?
Yeah.
How did that relationship start?
Through Money Man. Like we like we was the first placement with Money Man was called Breather. It was on a mixtape called 24 Hours, and he had a couple songs on there. And then I was like, "Yo, who's this guy? This be so hard." And then I just reached out to him, and shit, we just started working. And um, it's actually funny. Like the first collab we did was Jacquees and Youngboy Before the Fame. Like that was the first ever collab we did, and it was a placement with them, which is crazy, kind of, because that rarely happens. And yeah, I just been working with him since, just collabing, and we got a lot of stuff together. Like all my plaques are with him, really. And yeah.
Do you know what kind of networking he's doing? Just to have
Um,
that. I mean, it seems like he's just getting a lot of placements.
he's with uh he's around them. Like I don't know how he does it, but he's with them. He knows them, and like yeah, he's with Birdman too. Birdman and Youngboy are like close too, so that's probably how he met Youngboy.
Is he signed
Uh,
to anybody? Is it like a publishing deal, or it's just that he finds himself in those circles?
I honestly don't know. We don't really talk about that stuff a lot. Um, I don't really know who he's if he signed to anyone. All I know is he knows Youngboy and Birdman, and yeah, that's really how that happened.
So have you come out to the United States then and worked with any of these people?
Um, I haven't been in the U.S. yet. I'm trying to go there next year, but right now it's the borders are closed for us. It's opening in November though, for people that are fully vaccinated, and I'll go like as soon as I can. I got my first vaccine like a month ago, so I need to get the second one still, and then I'm gonna go there and just work, you know.
So that's kind of crazy that you've gotten so much work in and such successful work without ever having even been in the same country, even the same
I know,
continent
yeah.
as these people. A lot of people would say that's not even possible.
I mean, it is. I did it. You know anyone could do it. It's just you just got to network and find the right producers to collaborate with, and making loops will help. You know, you could network with A&Rs too to Instagram. Just is it's really like possible. Like Instagram really, I think Instagram really made my career. Like without Instagram, I wouldn't be here.
Okay, so you reached out to D-Rock through Instagram then.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So how does a beat collab usually work with you? How does a beat start? Who does what? What's your system like?
Um, right now I just be using loops mostly. Like um, since last year, I've just been mostly using loops, and it's just also like people I meet from Instagram. I'll just connect with them, and yeah, I meet a lot of sample makers from Instagram, and we just that's how I get my stuff. Um, and I never actually did loops. I did make my like own melodies and stuff a lot. Like I got placements on my own stuff, my own melodies. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, so like let's break down a specific example. So, what's the name of the song that you did on the new NBA Youngboy album?
it's called Level I Want to Reach.
So, how did that start? Take me through that whole process from the beginning of how the beat got made, and then when it actually got placed.
Um, yeah, that's I was on the phone with it's a guy Manuel. We was on the phone together like FaceTiming. I was just cooking up, and then he added another guy called Izzy that he knows well, and he made the loop to that song. And it was we was on FaceTime, and I was like, yo, we just talked a bit, and I was like, yo, send me some loops, let's work. And then it was on the first pack he sent me as well. It was that melody from that song that's on Sincerely Control. Um, yeah, that loop was in the first pack he ever sent me, and then I made the beat. I did the drums. I sent it to D-Rock. He did his thing on it, and he like I think 3 months after we made it, Youngboy went live and previewed that song. And yeah, it dropped after a year. After he previewed it last year in like September, and I actually thought it would never drop, but he's in jail for 6 months now, so he hasn't really recorded any new stuff. So they probably just put that song on there because they still had it. So I'm happy that song still dropped. Really.
Yeah, how frustrating was it to know that he recorded it but not know what was going to happen to the song? Because you probably had some doubts.
Yeah, I did. I actually gave up when I already thought it was never gonna drop. But then I think I saw like it was one day like everyone was posting snippets because they announced the album, and then I just posted all the snippets I had with him, and then the post kind of blew up, and I think the fans really made it like that it's on the album, because yeah, they really like went crazy on it.
You know, I was gonna ask you that because I did see a bunch of fan. I think this was on Twitter. Is this what happened? Correct me if I'm wrong. You retweeted a bunch of fans who were tweeting NBA Youngboy saying things to the effect of "This song better make the album," and it was a preview. It was like a clip, like an Instagram clip of him in the studio playing that song.
Yeah,
Because
it
there were a
was.
lot of retweets then.
Yeah, I saw that too. I retweeted that,
Yeah.
and I had posted on my own Instagram too, which it had like 2,000 comments on it, and like I don't know, like 5,000 likes, 4,000, and they really wanted it. So I just that's I don't know how it happened, but it's just because of the fans. They wanted the song, and you know,
It's crazy how things work today. You know,
yeah.
I don't know how old you are, but say 20
I'm
years ago.
23.
Okay, you're young. So you were 20 years ago. But, 20 years ago, okay, 15 years ago,
Uh-huh.
you were 8 then. You were listening to music. The
Yeah.
way the albums were made, fans didn't have any input necessarily. Like it
Nah.
was all a mystery to us. And now we can go on Instagram and see, what our favorite artist is working with, and we can actually put pressure on them if we
Mhm.
like something that they're doing or we don't like something that they're doing. And sometimes they listen to us.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Instagram, social media in general is like, it's perfect for artists because they could preview their work, and like if fans really want something, they're gonna go crazy, and yeah, it's a perfect thing, man. Social media, I think. Well, not perfect. It's good, but yeah.
All right. So you told the story about how Level I Want to Reach was made, and it sounded like there were 4 producers involved. It was you, D Rock, someone named Manny, and someone named his name started with an I.
Izzy. No, it was just me, D-Rock, and Izzy. Like Manny is
Okay.
he's like he does marketing and A&R.
Okay,
So
got it. So there were 3 of you, and I'm assuming you're all in different places
mhm.
geographically. Do you ever have any problems with splits when it comes to collaborations, or how does that usually work?
um I haven't really had any issues so far with splits. Like I always do everything even. Like we don't so everyone's happy, really. Like I think that's the best way because we all do our part, and I think yeah, that's how I split how I my look at it, because it's some people that want more because they play something, or whatever it may be that makes them think they deserve more. But I think like if you work on it, we just all gotta split it even, and we all eat.
So that's just your policy, and that's how it's always worked.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's really how I did all my records.
Hmm.
It's all even splits.
So once you got into the music business, because it hasn't been that long that you've been, really in the music business in at the level of, major placements. What are some things that surprised you once you started getting placements about how the business works?
Um, Labels, they always try to lowball, Like that's really like weird to me, cause like we make the beat, we're part of the record. Like they gotta treat us normally, I think. Like, but they don't. Like they always lowball a lot. Like especially before a song comes out, they'll be like, "What this?" I had this like multiple times. They would say like, "Yeah, we don't want to pay you this amount, cause otherwise we're not gonna put it on the album," or some bullshit like that. And yeah, like that's really weird to me, I think. Like, and what else? Payments also, man. I've had problems with payments a lot. I ain't gonna name the labels, but it's it's some of them out there that should do better business for sure.
Well,
But
there are only like 3 or 4 of them. So,
I
you
mean,
can get.
you yeah, you should just yeah. It's one of them that in particular is really like insane. But I got a good lawyer, so we still
Yeah,
made
your
it
lawyer will say
possible.
names, definitely.
Yeah, like my yeah, my lawyer like he just made like a lot of things happen like to get me paid. Cause yeah, without my lawyer, I would never get paid, man. Like
Yeah, so
that's
tell me what. So you're in a situation where the label is dragging their feet on paying you, and I'm talking. You're talking about the advance, right? Like they're not paying you the advance in time.
hmm
What do you do? What in those scenarios? What was your first step, and how did it get resolved?
Um, um, shit. If they don't pay for the advance, it's really what my lawyer does, what Adam does. He just threatens them and says you will double the fee if you don't pay on time or stuff like that. Or threaten with takedowns. And that really always works. Like when it comes to takedowns, they'll pay instantly. Even like recently, we I had a song with somebody and the advance wasn't paid yet after a while, and then he was like, we're doubling the fee, and then they just the next day it was on my bank. Like it's really like you just gotta have a good lawyer that knows what he's doing. Yeah.
So then let me ask you this, because you have a lawyer who does take an aggressive approach when needed. A lot of producers are afraid to get aggressive in these situations because they're afraid that the label will never work with them again.
hmm
Has that happened to you?
Um, no, I've never had that happen. Like they never really. I never actually been threatened by that, like saying that they will never work with me again. Well, actually, no, I have. I had it one time, and we never worked again. Actually, but it
And that
wasn't
was an
really a.
entire label, or who was that? You don't have
No,
to say their
it
name.
was a manager. It was a manager of some artists,
Okay.
and yeah,
Do you
it.
want to tell that story? I'd like to hear it. You
So
don't have
what
to say
happened?
names, of course.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say no names, but we was on the phone and he was like, "Yo, we got a song and we want to clear it, but we don't want to pay you for the beat." And I was like, "What? Wow, that's like I want to get paid. This like just pay me my money." And then it was like, "Yeah, we don't pay Southside, we don't pay Metro Boomin, we don't pay nobody. So why would we pay you?" That's what they said to me, and then I was like, "What?" And then I was like, "No, I want my money. You gotta pay me. Otherwise, I'm not Southside. I'm not Metro. I want, I'm me. Like, just give me my advance." And it was an artist that did so. He didn't really do much numbers, but it was in the millions type stuff. So that I think if an artist is um doing streams like a good amount, they should always pay you. Like with if I would work with a upcoming artist, it's different. Like I would be like, okay, like yeah, we could work it out, on the splits or something. Or if the song blows up, we could work out an agreement. But with any major artist, they just gotta pay you. I think like it wouldn't make sense not to pay. But that guy, like I never worked with him again after that call. After we had that argument about him not paying me, and I'm not really bothered by it though. It's
So
really
what
like
happened to that song? It never came out.
they actually dropped it and they paid me,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, but yeah, it didn't really do any good numbers, but yeah, at least I got paid.
Well,
So
yeah. Then aren't you glad that you got paid? Because if you had given it for free and the numbers didn't do well, you wouldn't have gotten anything.
yeah, exactly. So yeah,
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those narratives that even a lot of producers um will perpetuate, where it's like, well, I'll just I won't I'm not going to ask for money up front because I'll just get it on the back end. And I don't know why people think that the back end is so big, because
hmm
it's not at all.
yeah, it's really big with just
With major
artists that got
artists.
radio play. Yeah, they get radio play and do big. If your song has like in the tens of millions of streams, you're gonna get some nice backend for sure. Yeah,
But even like a million streams isn't going to get you anything, I
nah,
don't
it's
think,
really not.
worthwhile.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. So what can a producer who is just about to get a major placement, what can they expect during the negotiations process with the major label?
It's a guy that gets his first placement, they're always gonna lowball, like especially if they hear you have nothing, they see you probably you don't got any experience in the industry, they're gonna lowball and be hard. Like they're gonna be annoying, really. Like they won't respond. It'll take long. So you just like if you get your first placement, I would definitely recommend just get a attorney, someone that could a good attorney that could help you out and just let him do the negotiating for you. Or a manager could work too. But yeah, I would just get a lawyer really and yeah. Don't expect them to treat you nicely. That's all I could say, man. But if you get like some songs, eventually after a while like they'll work different. They won't really try to lowball or do any weird shit. It really depends on the label though, but
Yeah, and the person on the label and the management and all this other stuff. I got my stories too. So let's pick up on this topic that you mentioned earlier, which was your admin deal. So you're getting all these placements. I imagine you were getting offers for publishing deals, right?
yeah, kind of, not really in particular, but I had called with some labels, yes.
And you just didn't accept those deals.
I mean, it didn't even come to the point of them offering me a deal because I would tell them like I'm in an admin right now and you know it ends in 2022, so I can't do anything right now. So that's really where it stopped always, mostly. So
Got it. What admin deal are you currently in right now?
um, I'm with a company called Admin MP. Um, Everyone has their different opinions about them. I don't know if you heard of them. You probably did, but yeah, I never had no issues with them. Really, um, they just collect my money and yeah, it's just I seen a lot of negativity about them because they they people say they do shady business and stuff, but it's really just producers signing to them and not knowing what they're doing. And then they get offered a publishing deal and they can sign the public because they're already in the admin. And then they get mad at them for not releasing them.
Mm.
So Yeah, but they do everything perfect for me though. But yeah,
Okay, I have more questions for you, but couple people. I'm sorry for neglecting the chat. Oh, that's the wrong message. Chill Dill says, do you still plan on selling beats online or chasing the placements? And then my follow-up question would be, do you recommend that people do both?
it's really up to you. Like I personally, I just want to get. Right now, I'm just trying to get placements. I know producers that do both, and it works for them. Um, it's you could do whatever you want, really. Like, but personally, I just want to get placements, and I'm gonna upload if I get in trouble financially. But that's not really gonna happen, I think, right now. So I'm gonna just keep trying to get placements, and yeah.
Got it. So you've been making beats for 5 years. You said compare
Yep.
your old beats that you made when you first started to your new beats, and what were some of the mistakes you made when you first started out?
Oh, I would overthink way too much, man. Especially on my first beat, I would put compressors, like all types of weird effects that you don't really gotta do at all. I would put them on my beats and think it would make it sound better, but it really doesn't. I think you just gotta be, um, keep it simple. Um, don't overthink. That's really important. Cause like really, not, like 8 out of 10 placements that I got, like I think the beats are really just simple to me and boring. Like the ones I make that I think are crazy never get placed, and the ones that are simple, they be the ones that they're using. So